So yesterday there was an unexpected windfall of new pets on the test server. And while it would be more responsible to continue editing and uploading the backlog that is built up, instead we're going to treat ourselves and play around with some of the new stuff. And I think here we're going to see one of the changes immediately. Now, of course, everything is subject to change on the test server. This may not end up making it to the live server. But the strawberry has changed. So now strawberry just gives 1-1 temporary stats. So you can see the duck and the pheasant both have an extra 1-1 stat line. Now it does seem to be bugged because as we return to the shop, the duck still has the 3-4 stats. I'm not sure if that's just a visual bug or not. But we end up getting this bizarre shop with triple African penguin. And then I'm going to roll once and find the Shima Enaga. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. I've never heard of this bird before, but it is unbelievably cute. Look at this. Friend faints. If it had a strawberry, summon 1, 2, 3 friend in its place. Works 2 times per turn. So this is going to work pretty well with the pheasant. And clearly one of the goals that they've got with this next update is to flesh out some of the flagship archetypes a bit more. So strawberry for star pack, trumpets for golden pack, and what's the other one? Mana for unicorn pack. So we've got lots of different pets that interact with those 3 mechanics. And I think I'm going to roll down here looking for something else instead of the stilt, and it is the bat. Now there is a reason for taking the bat here, which we'll get to a bit later on. And you can immediately see some other changes here. Baboon has been nerfed down to a 1-1 stat line, which I don't think makes any difference whatsoever. It's still ridiculously good. So in the meantime, while we try and find the other stuff that we need, we're just going to keep buying African penguins and probably some waffles as well. We are actually going to end up losing here. I think I end up watching this replay back because I was a bit confused about what happened. But it looks like this new pet that provides, I think it was spooked, to the African penguin at the back. It actually isn't just spooked, it's double spooked. So yeah, a little bit difficult to see what's going on with some of the new stuff, but I think that's always the case, especially when there's such a huge volume of new material. So we're just going to keep buying the penguins. I think I'm going to take the griffin this turn, both to give us an additional strawberry and also to sell it next turn and hopefully get something good down the line. And here's the reason that we're taking the bat. So there are a bunch of people playing this team with the new squirrel at the back, which has chocolate cake, and then it puts chocolate cake onto your pets, and then of course they just faint themselves when they get to the front. Thankfully we escaped that time, but if I can have a higher level bat, that increases the chances of the squirrel losing its chocolate cake and therefore the combo not going off. So we're going to take the hoopoe bird again just to cycle strawberry pets, and then we'll give the bat a bit more health. Again, you can see the bat still has the extra 1-1, which it shouldn't have because it lost the strawberry from last turn. There was another interesting change. The cuttlefish now removes health as well as giving ink, which I think is fair enough. Probably one of the weaker ailment pets in the game. So we take the level up and we get the blobfish. So because the Shima Enaga has 2 triggers, we're going to try and reset the triggers in the middle of the battle to try and get extra summons. So we'll just take the waffle, keep getting extra attack. Probably could do with more health, to be honest. But we can worry about that later. Again, here's another team with the pet that gives the higher level spooked. Although I don't think the African penguin is going to be involved in the fight here. No, yeah, we're going to knock out the remainder of their team before it becomes relevant. So yeah, I need to buy strawberry onto the units at the front. Actually, I probably should have bought it onto the blobfish, but we don't have the partial levels on either the pheasant or the Shima Enaga yet. As I say that, we actually find one in the shop. And then I think probably once I get this African penguin to level 3, we'll just get rid of it for something else. We are going to need some kind of scaling for this team to have a chance, I think. As always with the test server, there's going to be some broken combos doing the rounds. Not just the giant squirrel teams, there are other things that probably are a bit too strong. So we take the level up, we end up getting elephant seal. And elephant seal actually works with pheasant. This is something that you can do on the live server as well. But when it receives the temporary strawberry, it gives the buff. Of course, it does mean that the pheasant won't trigger in battle, so we won't get a loop when the first strawberry pet faints. But, you know, we have to make some kind of sacrifice to bulk the team up a bit. And so here we do reset the Shima Enaga, and so we end up getting an additional summon at level 2. Now, I'm not sure if... I don't think the summoned Shima Enagas actually have the same ability. I could be wrong, but I think, yeah, if you give them Strawberry, they obviously don't summon another unit after the fact, as we actually end up facing someone else with the exact same unit. They've got Toad instead of Bat, but they do have the Pheasant as well, and I think we're going to tie. So honourable draw between very similar looking teams. Of course, it's early days, so there are very few actual teams on the test server at all. Now there I could have taken Gelada. Gelada also works with Pheasant, where if you buy it, the Pheasant feeds it a strawberry and that counts as a feed. Incredibly useful, and it's kind of surprising when you think about it that I haven't really seen anyone doing that on the live server. Of course, they maybe have been doing it, I just haven't noticed because it's something that happens in the shop. But here it's an easy win. That unit looked like it had another one of the new perks, which I can't remember what it does. So yeah, we'll just feed up the Pheasant because its health is looking pretty low, and then we'll take the potato and the elephant seal. And a team that is almost completely new units, so I have no idea what's going on here. The penguin is interesting. It jumps forward and gains trumpets based on how many spaces it jumped. So that's a new mechanic to play around with. And then we've got this centipede guy at the back. Not sure what its ability is, but we end up winning regardless. So it's always fun to see some of the new pets in action. Once again, remember this is the test server, so everything is subject to change.